विशालकीर्तिदायकं काशीवासलोकपुण्यपापशोधकं विभुं नीतिमार्गकोविदं पुरातनं जगत्पतिं काशिकापुरादिनाथ कालभैरवं भजे। कालभैरवाष्टकं पठन्ति ये मनोहरं ज्ञानमुक्तिसाधनं विचित्रपुण्यवर्धनं लोकमोहदैन्यलोकगोपदापनाशनं ते प्रयाति कालभैरवाम्बिसन्निधिं ध्रुवम्। काशिकापुरादिनाथ कालभैरवं भजे, काशिकापुरादिनाथ कालभैरवं भजे, काशिकापुरादिनाथ कालभैरवं भजे। देवराजसेव्यमान पावनाग्निपङ्कजं ज्ञालयज्ञसूत्रमिन्दुशेखरं कृपाकरं नारदादियोगिवृन्दवन्दितं दिगम्बरं काशिकापुरादिनाथ कालभैरवं भजे। देवराजसेव्यमान पावनाग्निपङ्कजं ज्ञालयज्ञसूत्रमिन्दुशेखरं कृपाकरं नारदादियोगिवृन्दवन्दितं दिगम्बरं काशिकापुरादिनाथ कालभैरवं भजे। संगनायकं विशालकीर्तिदायकं काशीवासलोकपुण्यपापशोधकं विभुं नीतिमार्गकोविदं पुरातनं जगत्पतिं काशिकापुरादिनाथ कालभैरवं भजे। कालभैरवाष्टकं पठन्ति ये मनोहरं ज्ञानमुक्तिसाधनं विचित्रपुण्यवर्धनं लोकमोहदैन्यलोकगोपदापनाशनं ते प्रयाति कालभैरवाम्बिसन्निधिं ध्रुवम्। काशिकापुरादिनाथ कालभैरवं भजे, काशिकापुरादिनाथ कालभैरवं भजे, काशिकापुरादिनाथ कालभैरवं भजे। पावनाग्निपङ्कजं ज्ञालयज्ञसूत्रमिन्दुशेखरं कृपाकरं नारदादियोगिवृन्दवन्दितं दिगम्बरं काशिकापुरादिनाथ कालभैरवं भजे। देवराजसेव्यमान पावनाग्निपङ्कजं कर्मसेतुपालकं कर्ममात्रनाशकं कर्मपाशमोचकं सुशर्मदायकं विभुं कर्णवर्णशेषपाशशोभिताङ्गमण्डलं काशिकापुरादिनाथकालभैरवं भजे रत्नपादुकाप्रभाविरामपादयुग्मकं नित्यमद्वितीयमिष्टदैवतं निरञ्जनं मृत्युदर्पनाशनं करालतं श्रमोक्षणं काशिकापुरादिनाथकालभैरवं भजे अट्टहासमिन्नपद्मजाण्डकोशसन्दतिं दृष्टिपादनष्टपापजालमुद्रशासनम् अष्टसिद्धिदायकं कपालमालिकाधरं काशिकापुरादिनाथकालभैरवं भजे भूतसङ्गनायकं विशालकीर्तिदायकं काशीवासलोकपुण्यपापशोधकं विभुं नीतिमार्गकोविदं पुरातनं जगत्पतिं काशिकापुरादिनाथकालभैरवं भजे कालभैरवाष्टकं पठन्ति ये मनोहरं ज्ञानमुक्तिसाधनं विचित्रपुण्यवर्धनं शोकमोहदैन्यलोभकोपतापनाशनं ते प्रयान्ति कालभैरवाम्बिसन्निधिं ध्रुवम् काशिकापुरादिनाथकालभैरवं भजे काशिकापुरादिनाथकालभैरवं भजे
Om. Om. Through this initiation, I give you the power to break free from the brain fog. Look at all the choices, powers, possibilities in your life. Expand, expand, expand beyond self-doubt, self-denial, self-hatred. Time in its pure dimension of time itself is freedom. Listen. Multiple times when people get my answers for their question, they feel, oh God, what a big breakthrough. I never thought that choice exists for me, that possibility exists for me. How I did not even look at that possibility which was in my plain view. How did I have so much of blind spots? Because you are filled with brain fog. Break from the brain fog. Listen, I'll give you some of the incidents. How people had breakthroughs with the possibilities. Actually, when you see your possibilities and powers and start analyzing, start stepping beyond your brain fog, that circular time rut, and start looking at the possibilities, the strength and the courage and excitement, inspiration you manifest in all dimensions. One person came and told me, Swamiji, you instructed me so many times to make my family connected to you, but I am not able to inspire my daughter to be connected to you, to connect it through devotion, feeling connection. She's making her own decisions and choices. I said, don't worry. Nothing to worry. I only want one child from you. Plan for one more child. That's all. If your daughter makes her own decisions, she carries on with her life, don't worry. Plan for the next child and bring that child up, grow that child with intense, powerful cognitions and initiations. Send the child to the Gurukul. The moment he started looking into this possibility, the power, excitement, intensity, everything he started manifesting gave breakthrough for him in all dimensions of life, whether in his relationship, in his wealth, health, enlightenment, power manifestation. Because when you break this circular time, that rut of circular time, repetitive, frustrating, boring, tiring, unable to solve and handle the issues, that kind of a pattern and mental setup, and step beyond the new possibilities and excitement and inspiration. I said, when you step beyond the brain fog and start seeing things, different world opens to you. He was shocked. He said, yes, Swamiji. How did I not look at this possibility? Why did I not think about it? I said, that's what is brain fog. You are not too old. You are young enough. Plan for the one more child. Let your daughter know. Swamiji does not want to disturb her decisions and freedom. Let her live her life. No problem. Plan for one more child. Bring that baby consciously and evolve, raise for the life of Hinduism and enlightenment. Send the child to the Gurukul. Over. Anyone who feels they are not able to inspire their kids, start planning for one more child. With this decision, with this possibility, you will see not just in this one problem, you will find solution, excitement, inspiration, being alive in every direction. Suddenly you will see your health becomes so powerful. You start manifesting powers and possibilities. Suddenly you start manifesting new business and opportunities for the wealth, career. Suddenly you see the relationships around you become beautiful and exciting. You will see in few days the daughter who was not ready to listen to you, to be connected to me, suddenly comes back and connects. Because even she feeling not connected is somewhere the brain fog blind spot in you. When you give a breakthrough to yourself, you give a breakthrough to others. I have seen whether you are a sannyasi or a grihastha or a brahmachari, any level you are, when you break from your brain fog, and get out of the circular motion time rut, frustrating, tiring, boring, and push it back. When you step beyond, you manifest such amazing, wonderful, different lokas in you. I'll give you the initiation into vertical time zone, the higher principles. After a small break, prepare yourself for that initiation. I'll be back for the initiation in few minutes. Om, 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 Om. Om, 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 Om.
Nityanam, thank you very much, Swamiji, for such a powerful initiation and in-depth truths about the time and space dimension. As Swamiji shared, let us all prepare ourselves to receive the initiation, and let us take a few minute break. It is 12:13 a.m. IST now. Let us take a quick 5-minute break and come back at 12:18 a.m. IST for the further segments of the today's webinar on decoding time and space. So let us gather back in 5 minutes.
The moment you decide, your consciousness is the supreme identity you have. You will not empower your depression, your frustration, deal your problems, whether it is simple headache or depression or the worst suicidal patterns or life negativity, only through consciousness. Don't go for any other solution. stupid, toxic, life negative struggles inside. Your consciousness has power at this moment to swallow, digest, clean up all negativity and all toxins. Develop a powerful will persistence. That's the most important asset for life. I am not giving you some life positive blah blah. I am giving you the facts of life. I am triggering your consciousness. Time itself is nothing but your decision to struggle with the same rut. Your decision to struggle with the same rut is time, Kala. Your decision to swallow time is Kala Bhairava. Stand. Be a conscious woman or man. Be conscious being. Shrink the time through conscious will persistence. Make the future into present by being ferocious with yourself.
Yes. Nityanand, welcome back. What a amazing webinar introduction, and from Swamiji, answering all, many of our questions, about time, and we also have Atmadayananda here? Yes. So really, yes, great. Welcome. So I really, Swamiji so beautifully spoke about the three dimensions, of time, the linear, circular, and vertical dimensions, and really how we're stuck in the circular, repetitive cycle, the repetitive, frustrating with the frustrating mental setup, that we live in, and it's very important for us to, really come get a breakthrough in that repetitive life cycle, and really, the experiencing the vertical dimensions, liberating yourself from, the brain fog, which is so. It just resonates with me, and it's really so very important now that we understand this, and wanted to have Mahatma also to share. Please go ahead.
Yeah, Nityanandam to everybody listening and watching. First of all, the moment Swamiji mentioned dimensions of time, I was like, I didn't even think that there are dimensions. I just understood time as a very flat thing. And every time Swamiji is, whenever he reveals these truths, it's like literally opens one aspect of my brain. So, when Swamiji mentioned again about the brain fog, I have mentioned this before to, in other sessions, that whenever I've done Nirahara Samyama, I felt like this brain fog has been removed from my brain, and spot on, I'm able to see things more clearly, able to see the blind spots, and able to have the breakthrough. So I was able to connect with what Swamiji was mentioning. So for me, it's again, it's like Swamiji's answering all my questions, and then Swamiji says, people feel like I'm answering their questions or answering the queries that they're having. So for me, the webinar, first of all, the fact that Swamiji said there are dimensions to time. I've always thought time is time. It's just, it's 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. It's such a flat experience of time I've had, and then suddenly there's this dynamism to it, and then related to that there is this aspect of having breakthroughs when we understand the dimensions properly. And in the completion session this morning, I mentioned that we go through this round and round and round and round patterns of doing the same thing again and again till we decide, no, I've had enough of this, and drop it. But then the blind spots that Swamiji's mentioned, that you don't, there's a problem, but you're not able to see what that issue is. And now the initiation that helps us have a breakthrough, that's even more exciting. So I've come away from this whole, I've come just listening to Swamiji and coming here to share. It's like, these are the points I've picked up. So that's what I would say, Shri Amrita.
Great. Yes, and also, just like how Swamiji, shared, just the mere understanding and, the conscious decision, understanding about, the various aspects of time, the linear, circular, and, the vertical dimensions of, time, you align yourself, to all the boons and powers from Paramashiva. Just the mere understanding and the conscious decision, is really such a very powerful freedom, that each one of us can experience, and really there's something beyond, how we understand, the length, breadth, and depth dimension.
Yes, absolutely. And nothing better than actually testing out what you apply, what Swamiji has just shared, the initiations, and then applying them directly to towards something. Like if you're stuck, so immediately I was like, what is the blind spot? What blind spots am I having at the moment? What is the project that I want to have a breakthrough? It's applying all of Swamiji's initiations immediately and thinking through as to which project next. What is it that I want to manifest in my life? Is it a better relationship, or something with, I want my parents to be more connected to Swamiji? What is it? I want to attend Paramashivoham 3 example, right? What is it that I want to manifest? Do I want to manifest a new business? then I can start to apply whatever Swamiji's shared in this webinar towards that. That's what I would immediately think of doing.
Yes, great. Really, I encourage now all of you, who are watching this webinar live, to take a moment, sign up, for Paramashivoham Level 3, coming up, and where you will experience the deeper dimensions of time, through various, deeper dimensions, that would be, in the program. I'm sure, we will have deeper cognitions about the various aspects of, time, like how Swamiji shared about that at the depth level, being able to understand, astrology, the influence on us, and Rashis, nakshatra, is really a huge, opening, for all of us, to even understand, this, cognize about time. So I invite all of you to take a moment to register for the upcoming Paramashivoham program. Let's take a few minutes, and I request all the coordinators to help, with the participants who are actually watching, the webinar live, to help them with the registrations, and also in the meantime, we can help also share. Actually, so many people excited, in the last ever since the Paramashivoham was announced. So many people have actually beautifully manifested, for Paramashivoham, and I wanted to, share a couple of videos. Video testimonials.
The moment you decide, your consciousness is the supreme identity you have, you will not empower your depression, your frustration, deal your problems, whether it is simple headache or depression or the worst suicidal patterns or life negativity, only through consciousness. Don't go for any other solution. Don't keep stupid, toxic, life negative struggles inside. Your consciousness as power at this moment to swallow, digest, clean up all negativity and all toxins.
Yes, Nityanandam, we are back. Just had a technical glitch. Yes, Nityanandam, Mahatmadayananda. Yes, great. So we're back. So I think we had just given a short break, for all the city coordinators to help, with all the, people are so excited about, attending Paramashiva Home. So just wanted to give them, a little bit of time to register. If we can have, the registration link projected. Yes, Mahatmadayananda, please go ahead.
Yes, I've actually, there's been a lot of excitement, had lots of queries coming through for where to register, how to register, for kids as well, for children, if there's a separate registration. So after a while, it's been a long time since we've had a program directly with Swamiji. So there is a real buzz and also a curiosity, because with Swamiji, you think, okay, you've reached a level and you can't go any further. There is no way to go any more further. And then Swamiji comes along and just blows the, like I can tell you personally, just blows my mind. And I'm like, is it even possible to go to a next level or next level? Because the level that he takes us to itself is so amazing. Like, for myself, I would say that my whole journey from simple Nitya Dhyan meditation, where I felt like, wow, something's happened in my life, some transformations happened, which I felt like this, a real experience. And then from that to Life Bliss Level 1, which is a 7 chakras program, 2-day program. Then there's Inner Awakening. And then there is another program that's Cruise Inner Awakening. Then there is Bali Inner Awakening. And then there's another, Cambodia Inner Awakening. Every time it just gets bigger, better. And exactly that, it's always expansion, expansion, expansion. Each time, Swamiji takes us to the next level, the next exciting platforms. So now I am just curious, really curious as to what is Swamiji opening up for us. And the last webinar we had, when Swamiji was actually initiating, for the first time, I've said it, verbalized that yes, Paramashiva is real, Paramashiva is real. I've verbalized it, Kailasa is real, but in the actual initiation, I experienced it. Like it was beyond any doubt. And it wasn't about me convincing anybody else, but I had that glimpse. And I'm excited to see what Swamiji is going to do in Paramashivam level 3, taking everybody through to all these dimensions. And the time itself has dimensions. So this is the next Shri Amrita. I don't know about you, but this is my curiosity peaked, like to what is going to happen in Paramashivam level 3, because even the webinars are like a little tiny sneak preview into the 21 days, but I'm sure the 21 days are going to be blowing everything, every neural network in the brain. I'm sure everything is going to get challenged and taken to a more clear space and a new way of looking at life and experiencing life. So that's how I'm feeling at the moment. This curiosity in me has peaked, like exactly what is Swamiji gonna be doing in those 10 days, 21 days? And surely it'll be something that we've never done before.
Yes, absolutely. Swamiji always, we all know, so Swamiji has bought so many gifts, for us to, shower on us. And every time, he has one, to, shower on us. And, it's eternal, never ending, never endingly showering on us, every time something new. And this time, especially it's going to be something really, very unique, because, after 3 years, gap, we are, again, having this amazing, very successful program. 1 and 2 were so successful. All of them had, so many good things, to say about Paramashiva Home, level 1 and 2. And now, we are having 3, and, there's something to expect, something extraordinary, in Paramashiva Home level 3. So I really encourage all of, the Paramashiva Home level 1, level 2 participants IA grads, and all the new people, who want to, really get introduced. Do not miss, this 21-day program. So kindly register, and our coordinators will be there to help you with any questions, queries that you may have.
Yes, and Shri Amrita, actually registering, Swamiji many times have said, you take one step towards me and I take, well, it's more than 1,000 steps. Surely there's like a quantum leap Swamiji will take towards us, right? So the first step towards my own transformation is registering for Paramashivoham. Whether there is time, whether there is, time off from work. Now at the moment with COVID the way it is, I'm sure most people are working from home, so there's a flexibility there. So there's, whether it is time or one of the either the parents or family member, husband, wife is like, no, you're not going. We've got this money for something else, or whether there is money itself. Whatever the obstacle may be, what is in my hands without obstacle is to register. So registering is the first step. Registering would be the first step. That is taking the first step and saying, yes, I want to experience Paramashivoham. I want to experience myself as Paramashiva, myself in a powerful way. And then we see how cosmos takes, how Swamiji himself will take a quantum leap towards us so that we can manifest it. So everybody that is watching, everybody that is on two-way, one-way, you're in your home, maybe you're very comfortable with your cup of coffee, sitting there, maybe, with your hot water bottle. If you're like me, you'll have a hot water bottle when you're watching satsang or watching a webinar. Then please, the one thing you can do is register. That's the first step. And then any support that is required, the leads, the Sangha members, any Kailasian, Adinavasis, Sannyasis will call you, support you for the rest. Share how unclutching is done, how completion is done, and then take you towards the next steps, so that you can meet that space of where Swamiji wants to take us, where he is holding his hand out and saying, come and explore all these different dimensions that are available. He's holding his hand out through this webinar. All we need to do is register and hold on to that hand. Like literally you're taking that hand and saying, yes, Swamiji, take me to those dimensions. And what an adventure it will be. It will be a real life giving adventure. So this broad smile on my face is just thinking about what Swamiji is going to do. So yeah, Shramrita, I would encourage everybody who's watching, one way, two way, to register. That's the first step.
Great. Yes. And also now, while everybody is registering, I would request, we have received, a couple of testimonials, recent people who have, really, manifested for Paramashivam 3, and they're very excited, to attend, the program. So I would request, us to play the few video testimonials that we have received.
Nityanandam, everyone. I'm Kitty from Kailasa Chinese World. I'm very happy to be here to share with you all about my experiences of PSM Level 2 program. I took the program in March last year. And before the program, I was a typical Chinese tiger mom who tortured my son and myself for many years. I was very negative. I was full of worries and fears. So my life was a misery, and I inflicted a lot of fears on my son as well. But after meeting Swamiji, after taking the program, one of the greatest things I learned from Swamiji's teachings is doing completion. It's really useful in every single way. It's one of the most powerful tools in one's life. It changed me totally by doing completion with myself, and especially by doing completion with my parents. My inner space has totally changed. Now I can always feel calm, peaceful, happy, and secure and abundant inside. And my son has also changed along with me. He used to be shy. He used to say no to many things. He used to have very low level of energy. But now he's bright, happy, relaxed, and energetic. And he's also proud of me because I'm part of Kailasa Chinese world and I'm part of Kailasa's mission. My son shares the vision of Swamiji's. So this is so auspicious. And my parents also sponsored me to go to PSM level 3. This is so wonderful. I have never imagined the life I'm having now. I would never imagine. All thanks to Swamiji. I'm really, really grateful. So please come and experience the PSM level 2 and give your life a total transformation and a huge breakthrough. Thank you, Nityanandam.
Nityanandam. Hi everyone, my name is Sherry. I'm a participant of Parameshimohan Level 2 program. I hereby really grateful to share some of my experience with you. Before I joined this program, I was just graduated from college and get really confused about what I shall do in the future. But after I joined this program, I get much more than I expected. When I was Swamiji, I know that I am the creator of the world. I can manifest whatever I want. And all of a sudden, all the problems I can never solve, all the dreams I can never dreamed of, and all the sorrows I can swallow become so easy. When I cry because of pain, he was able to hold my hand and comfort me. And when I was just looking at him, I saw him dancing around me at the back, at the front, at the left, and the right, and he's with me 24/7. He teach me that with the will, we can conquer everything. Now I become the seeker to figure out the life puzzle and solve them. And I know that I become a much more confident person about myself and life. And I know that Kundalini and enlighten, it's not impossible, and all of us can do that. I wish all of you guys have the chance to participate in this program and finding out a better self. Hope you the best. Thank you.
大家好，我是第26期的学员李淼，我想跟大家分享一下，就是3期课程我报名的一个经历。因为当时我知道有3期课程的时候，不管我用各种各样的办法，就是我竭尽全力，我必须得上那个课。就我很明白，很多时候，当我们就是有意识的决定，这个应该就叫有意识的决定吧，因为它是从灵魂。真的是从灵魂发出的一种声音，它不是说用我们的二元逻辑去算计的这些声音，所以我当时我就明白这个东西我必须要上，就不管我付出多大的代价，我都要上。那宇宙的法则就是这样，其实师父就是看你有没有这个意愿嘛。我当时提前付款的时候，因为是1月中上旬，然后我是因为我的很多的固定支出，包括公司的支出，我都在每个月的月底。然后事实上，我当时卡里的钱根本就还不够月底所有这些东西的支出，因为我的那个支出很大，我每个月的支出都很大，不是用在我自己身上的，是各种各样的贷款呀，然后还有那个公司的固定支出就很大。
Yes, Nityanandam, welcome back. Welcome back. Yes, so I hope we also wanted to have live testimonials also. We will, have also have live testimonials, in the upcoming webinars, and really, and also I kindly request all everybody, listening, to this webinar, to sign up for the Paramashivam Level 3. And regarding the upcoming dates, the next early bird ends, runs through from January 29th through February 9th. And I encourage all of you to take advantage of the early bird offer, early bird discount. You can attend, with your family as well, and really experience, the true freedom, how Swamiji said. It's really important for us to really understand, cognize the power of time, and really get a breakthrough for all of us. Yes, Mahatma Dayananda.
Indeed. So we've just passed the first early bird discount that was available, which was the 29th of January. Now, on the 30th, as you mentioned, there's the next. So there's lots and lots of registrations already completed before the 29th. Now, I would say jump in and see Swamiji is just escalating the experiences, making them available. We're getting we're getting into the readiness. I would say Swamiji is getting us ready more and more to receive the powerful experiences available during Paramashivam Level 3. So I would say jump in now so that we can start to get more closer to the more deeper experiences available. So that's all I would say. Thank you so much, Sri Amrita, for inviting me.
Great. So with this, let's get ready for the initiation. We're very eagerly awaiting for Swamiji to come back and take us through the initiation. With this, we'll move to the next step.
The moment you decide, your consciousness is the supreme identity you have. You will not empower your depression, your Om, Om. Yes. Now, Suddenly I am seeing the rush of questions about the subject I touched, that plan for one more child. Understand? I don't want to divert the subject of the webinar now. I wanted to focus on the webinar subject, decoding time and space. But I'll utter few words to answer many of the questions getting flooded. First thing, listen. There are people who are very intimate to me, whom I really, really, really love. They love me more than their life. They really want to be in Kailasa with me. But for various reasons, physically they are not able to be with me in Kailasa for various reasons. And I don't want to get into those reasons. And no reason as a solution. Some of them may not be able to be with me physically in the Kailasa. For those kind of people who are really, really committed to me, take me seriously, literally keep the Kailasa ecosystem where they live, but not able to be with me in Kailasa. The best thing I'll tell you is, from your DNA, either one of your daughter or son, give them to Gurukul. Listen to this carefully. Your DNA inheritor, when I awaken them with powers and enlightenment, when I make them manifest enlightenment, it is not alone that it is not that they only will go to the Kailasa. It's not that they are only going to get enlightened and benefited. You will also be reaching the higher space and Kailasa. Understand, it is one of the most powerful signs of Hinduism. Maybe I'll do a separate webinar on this subject. Nakarmana, na prajaya, na danena, tyagenaika amritatvamana. Not by the karma, not by the praja, not by the dana, but by sacrificing all these three, amritatva, immortality is achieved. It has a meaning. It has a meaning. And I even saw a question. Can we adopt a child and give them to Gurukul? Hey. That is like, you go to a shop, pay $1 and get a gallon of milk and come and pour it on Paramashivalinga and ask for the benefit. Listen, when an agriculture who maintains the cow, who almost spends his whole day with cows, the essence of his whole day work, karma, the essence of his karma is the milk. When he brings and offers that milk on the Shivalinga, the result is different. When you go to a shop and buy 1 gallon milk for $1 or $2 and come and pour it on Shivalinga, that result will be different. Surrogacy is okay. Surrogacy is okay, but adopted child getting enlightened will not help your DNA directly. The child from your DNA, prajaya, your praja, when you give as tyaga, and that child gets awakened, manifests powers, enlightenment, it directly triggers your DNA and raises you to the enlightenment Kailasa. See, there are many people who are so integrated to me. I feel like I should reciprocate their integrity. Only to them I tell, hey, make sure Your son is connected to me, your daughter is connected to me. Send your daughter to Gurukul, send your son to Gurukul. I won't tell this to everyone. Neither they are going to listen, nor I will tell. Why will I tell? Only if I am seriously interested in you, I will tell, hey, from your DNA, give a child to me, to the Gurukul. If your daughter or son already grown up and they are not listening to you, they are making their own decisions, don't worry. Plan for one more baby. From your DNA, when a child reaches the Gurukul and gets the experience of power manifesting, enlightenment, lives this tapas life towards enlightenment. Not only the child reaches Mahakailasa, you also reach Mahakailasa. It's like it triggers you straight. Unimaginable good things are done to you. That is why many times people who are very sincere to me but they are not able to be in Kailasa with me for various reasons. I tell them it's okay. Give one son or daughter to the Gurukul. That's enough, because when I make them enlightened, you will reach enlightenment. I will do a separate webinar on this. Na nakarmana, na prajaya, na danena, tyagenaikye amritatvamanasu. That is why I insist, borrowed money cannot give enlightenment. Your money means which is involved your life, your time, your energy, your hopes, your dreams, your future plans, all of that put together is your money. When you offer that, that gives you the breakthrough. When you offer Yes, listen. I'll do a separate webinar on the subject nakarmana na prajaya danena tyagenaika amritatvamanasu. I'll do that later. For now, I'll just conclude with this. If one child from your DNA, either your son or daughter, is part of my Gurukul, part of my Kailasavasis, Adinavasis, Savasis, Adinavasis, my enlightenment ecosystem. My enlightenment ecosystem. Grown up and they are not listening to you, you are not able to connect them to me and send them to Gurukul. Don't worry. Go for one more child. Because this will do good to you. This will do good to you. Having one of your son or daughter in the Gurukul, part of my enlightenment ecosystem, directly enlightens you. Because it's a science. When the DNA gets awakened with enlightenment and starts raising consciously, without even you doing any effort or tapas, your consciousness also starts raising. That is why that sloka, Veda mantra says, na karmana, na prajaya, na dhanena, tyage, naike, amritatvamanasu. People misunderstand this line. They think, oh, not by the karma, not by the inheritors, not by the wealth, immortality can be achieved. No, understand that line, keyword. All these three, when you do tyaga, immortality is achieved. By not having, you are not going to achieve immortality. That is sannyas life, that is different. But if you are a grihastha, having and doing tyaga raises you to immortality, amrtatva. So now I have so many questions on this subject. I'll do a webinar on it. Why your inheritor, one person from your DNA, should be part of the enlightenment ecosystem if you are not able to be part of the Kailasa physically for various reasons. Same way, what kind of a money should be donated to Kailasa to get the best? When the money earned by your sincere hard work, time, treasure, talent, with your hopes, your future plans, everything, when that is donated, then all your future plans become reality. Much more with a powerful breakthrough from Paramashiva himself. I'll explain that science also in one webinar. So now with this, I'll initiate all of you. Listen, this Paramashivoham level 3, I'm going to initiate all of you and make you experience all the 108 great gifts I brought from Kailasa till now. Science of unclutching, science of completion, science of power manifestation, science of the vertical time zone, science of levitation, all these different gifts I brought from Kailasa. I'm going to initiate and make it as a reality for all of you through this Paramashivoham level 3. That's all. Now, I'll initiate all of you into the vertical time zone. Sit straight, keep your Atmalinga, and I'll do my job. You just sit and relax. Om.
देवराजसेव्यमान पावनाङ्घ्रि पङ्कजं व्यालयज्ञसूत्रमिन्दुशेखरं कृपाकरं नारदादियोगिवृन्दवन्दितं दिगम्बरं काशिकापुरादिनाथ कालभैरवं भजे देवराजसेव्यमान पावनाङ्घ्रि पङ्कजं व्यालयज्ञसूत्रमिन्दुशेखरं कृपाकरं नारदादियोगिवृन्दवन्दितं दिगम्बरं काशिकापुरादिनाथ कालभैरवं भजे
Om. Om, 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 Om. Om, Om, Om.
विनायकं विशालकीर्तिदायकं काशीवासलोकपुण्यपापशोधकं विभुं नीतिमार्गकोविदं पुरातनं जगत्पतिं काशिकापुरादिनाथकालभैरवं भजे कालभैरवाष्टकं पठन्ति ये मनोहरं ज्ञानमुक्तिसाधनं विचित्रपुण्यवर्धनं रोगमोहदैन्यलोभकोपदापनाशनं हे प्रयाति कालभैरवाम्बि सन्निधिं ध्रुवम् काशिकापुरादिनाथकालभैरवं भजे काशिकापुरादिनाथकालभैरवं भजे काशिकापुरादिनाथकालभैरवं भजे
ॐ नमः शिवाय हरि ॐ नमः शिवाय 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 स्थिरस्थाणु प्रभुर्भीम प्रवरो वरदो वरः सर्वात्मा सर्वविख्यात सर्वकरो भवः जटी चर्वी शिखण्डी च सर्वाङ्ग सर्वभावनः हरश्च हरिणाक्षश्च सर्वभूतहर प्रभुः ॐ नमः शिवाय हरि ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय हरि ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय हरि ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय हरि ॐ
Om.
Shivaya.
Om.
Hari
Om.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Om.
Om Namah Shivaya. Hari Om Namah Shivaya. Guru Mahatma Pasho Nityogiri Ruho Nabah Sahasrahasto Vijayo Vyavasayo Vyatandritah Adarshano Darshanatma Yajnaha Kamanashakah Dakshayaga Pahari Cha Susago Madhyamastatha Om Namah Shivaya. Hari Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Tejo Pahari.
With this, I bless you all. Let's all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living Shuddhadvaita Saivam Paramadvaitam. The state, space, powers, being, superconsciousness, and Kailasa, Maha Kailasa of Paramashiva. Om Paramashivoham, Om Nityananda Paramashivoham, the eternal bliss Nityananda. Thank you. Be blissful.
Hari Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Hari Om Namah Shivaya. Ugrateja Mahateja Janyo Vijaya Kalavit Jyotishamayam Siddhi Sarva Vigrahaye Bacha Shikhi Mundi Jati Jwali Murti Jo Murdha Jo Bali Venavi Padavi Tali Thali Kala Katan Kataha Om Namah Shivaya. Hari Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Nakshatra Vigrahamati Gunabuddhi Layo Gamaha Prajapati Vishwabahur Vibhaga Sarva Gomukha Vimochanaha Susarano Hiranyakavachothamah Vedrajo Balachari cha Ahichari Srutastatha Om Namah Shivaya. Hari Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Hari Om.
Jnanapatati Manual under the guidance of Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam. Let's start with the Sadguru Vandanam. Nityanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadusham Tattvamasyaadilakshయం Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Let's go through the disclaimers. Security measures. No photography, video, audio recording. Important cautions. Please be aware of the important cautions. What is power manifestation? Let's hear from Bhagavan himself explaining what is power manifestation.
All the 25 states of consciousness, when they happen in you, due to your chemicals and hormones ups and downs, it is powerlessness. When it happens in you, out of your free will and consciousness, it is powerfulness. That's all. When you fall into sleep, it is powerlessness. When you enter into sleep, it is powerfulness. When you fall into dream, it is powerlessness. When you decide to dream, it is powerfulness. So I have added the ultimate powerfulness, Turiyatita, in your whole being and doing. Manifest all the powers. Understand, power manifestation is nothing but cognitive shift. It is not work. It is cognitive shift. Understand? It is just cognitive shift. It's not work. Work is a 4-letter word. Power manifestation is cognitive shift. Playing with life. Playing with being alive. Static matter, dynamic activity, strategic existence, all these three has no boundary. You are one with it. You are alive in everything. Everything listens to you. Everything decides as you want.
Beautifully, Bhagavan gives us what is power manifestation. Everything decides as we want, becoming alive. And it's a science because millions have experienced that, and each one of us can experience that right now. Beautiful initiation, darshan, powerful cognition to manifest our reality right now as a superconscious being, and selected by Bhagavan himself to experience the Kailash Kotiyat and all the powers of Paramashiva. Science of power manifestation is authentic, time-tested, scientific, and foolproof. The Shastra Pramanas, these Pramanas, just by listening to the Pramanas, we have the cognitive shift beyond our mind, self-doubt, self-denial, self-hatred. Beyond that exists the space of oneness with Paramashiva, manifesting all the powers of Paramashiva. The Shastra Pramana, the scriptural reference, the scriptures are real. The eternal, unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures as Vedas and Agamas. Apta Pramana, the experience and the results of Aptas. Aptas are the Rishis, Munis, Ganas, Nainamas, Alvars, Siddhas, Yogis, Yoginis, Bhairavas, even Rudras, Rudrakanyas, and emperors and grahasthas, all of them manifested all the powers of Paramashiva, millions of them living as a superconscious being on planet Earth and different places. That is authentic, time-tested, scientific, and foolproof. They are the authority of Hinduism. Atma Pramana, account of His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam, this Millennium Avatar's personal experience of power manifestation. Bhagavan plays the very own Leela to showcase how the cognitive shift can make you a superconscious being and simply experience all the abundance and bliss from Bhagavan himself as reality. Shakshi Pramana, the experience of millions of disciple devotees, followers initiated by Bhagavan into the science of our manifestation. Bhagavan beautifully gives us the greatest opportunity connecting to Him and simply manifesting all the great reality in the quantum space as our reality, traveling in the vertical time zone and simply manifesting all the greater reality, breaking all the patterns and manifesting all our desire into reality. Pratyaksha Pramana, the scientific study measuring the effect of being in the enlightened state. What happens when you manifest powers every single day? Bhagavan calls it a tapas. How that it reflects in your brain. Simply when the brain goes to the thoughtless space and the prefrontal cortex, your conscious centric, becomes activated. Simply you travel into the different zones, different lokas, different dimensions, and you start understanding how the fourth dimension, fifth dimension, sixth dimension starts becoming your physical reality. And you start living beyond the birth and death cycle that Bhagavan says, beyond the kala, the beyond the time as oneness with time, and that is the ultimate freedom. And science is now giving us all the greatest all this reality in physical reality, how we can experience that. Bhagavan Paramashiva has beautifully given us the pramanas to understand this greater science. Let's go to the Shastra Pramana. Shastra Pramana for the power of, now we are going to experience the power of controlling any event, like stopping the time, as Krishna did. How Krishna was able to manifest that power, each one of us can manifest that power in Bhagwan's presence, simply it becomes reality. And how do we experience that? First, let's go to the Shastra Pramana. Let's listen to the Shastra Pramana and then go into the space of manifesting the power of controlling any event like Krishna stopping the time.
तंग परमेश्वर आगमा अधिकारतत्व प्राकरणम् योगेनाधिष्ठितं सम्यक् परेण परमेष्ठिनः योगोस्य शक्त्यः स्वाख्या विस्फुरन्ति समन्ततः ईशान्यपूरणि हार्दि वाममूर्तिश्च पञ्चमी एवाभिः परमेशानः शक्तिभिः समधिष्ठितः विशुद्ध विप्रुडैर्द्वारै प्रवश्यत्खिलेध्वनि स्वयोगोद्भूतकिरणैर्विद्या विद्येश्वरैः शिवैः वृतः स भगवान् देवो मायाचक्र प्रवर्तिभिः तेति वाक्रान्त विभवाः पत्युराज्ञानुवर्तिनः योगेनाधिष्ठितं सम्यक् परेण परमेष्ठिनः योगोस्य शक्त्यः स्वाख्या विस्फुरन्ति समन्ततः ईशान्यापूरणि हार्दि वामामूर्तिश्च पञ्चमी एवाभिः परमेशानः शक्तिभिः समधिष्ठितः विशुद्ध विप्रुडैर्द्वारै प्रवर्षत्यखिले ध्वनि स्वयोगोद्भूतकिरणैर्विद्या विद्येश्वरैः शिवैः वृतः स भगवान् देवो मायाचक्र प्रवर्तिभिः तेति वाक्रान्त विभवाः पत्युराज्ञानुवर्तिनः.
Beautifully, Bhagavan Paramashiva translate that Lord Paramashiva exists, his lordship to the worlds being well empowered by the supreme Shakti. These are his own Shaktis who pervades everywhere without the impeded by the limiting force. These Shakti, all the Shaktis that he has given here, all the power simply manifest as our reality. Again and again, Bhagavan Paramashiva has given us how we can experience the beyond the time, what we know as length, breadth, depth. And Bhagavan beautifully explains how time is made of length, breadth, depth. And if we understand the length, breadth, depth of time, we are liberated and we are in the freedom of time. And how beautifully Bhagavan said, when we are living just in the linear time, it's just a calendar, some chronological planning that we need to do. But just getting bound by that, we are just in the materialistic world, and root shocks wakes us up to get us aligned to that the whole thing is delusion. Then he goes to the second dimension of the time, how the Panchaga is made just by the planetary position, how we exist in a different time zones, and how we can experience the reality with the different time based on the star's position. The third Bhagavan says about the depth dimension of the time, the depth, the dimension of the time. Bhagavan beautifully gives us the powerful cognition which can liberate us from the time what we think, oh, this is not possible now, it will take time, or this I'm stuck, whatever we are stuck. Bhagavan calls it brain clog. And how does brain clog happen? Bhagavan beautifully describes how we are always copying the 90% of our pattern again and again into the future and trying to fulfill that. If we stop doing that, we will not waste our energy copying that and reliving the same thing right from 7 years to 70 years. We keep doing the same thing unless something root shock wakes us up and we see something has to be done with this. 90%, like Bhagavan says, if you drive a car, you don't know half an hour, 2 hours, then you realize you drove a car. Or you read a book, you don't know, you find out yourself after 2 hours that you are reading a book. Because we lose ourselves, because we are 90% just in the unconscious time, like a dead time. We don't even know where we exist. All this Bhagavan says you can just go through and we can experience the superconscious time. How we can experience that by holding instead of wasting the energy of copying the past into the future and reliving the whole thing to make that as reality. A little shift. Live as the quantum space, as Paramashiva, as spontaneity, and you becoming more and more that Paramashiva is real in every moment, in every thought, in every action. You get grounded into the space. Paramashiva is nothing but ultimate auspiciousness, ultimate possibility, that is the living in quantum. And the quantum space, which is not just the materialistic, but it lives as subtler and subtler, like how the atoms and a molecular structure vibrates in a different frequency. You are not just the matter, but you are energy. And you are not just one energy, you are quantum energy. When you start seeing yourself as Paramashiva, which is the Guru Vak for us, every word of Guru is Guru Vak for us. When we realize that we are Paramashiva, we start working towards that as our reality, and everything in our life aligns to that, changes as per that, and simply we realize that we are Paramashiva. And that gives us the freedom. That is what Bhagavan says. The vertical time zone happens and Nirvikalpa Samadhi happens when you understand you're not just some recorder will keep repeating, but you are Paramashiva. You are God and goddesses who you have been selected by Bhagavan and initiated by Bhagavan for the highest reality to be experienced as Paramashiva. And traveling to the vertical time zone, you can simply play with the time and simply understand time protects you to the ultimate space of manifesting all your reality when you want, how you want, what phase you want. Here, beautifully from Swaminarayan story, it clearly says how Nilkant was like some of the people did not like him and they wanted to throw stones on him, and simply he created a dome and he protected himself from all that because he was in a different time zone. Nobody could even touch it. And this happened in Kailasha when Bhagavan went to Nepal, Kailash, and there was a big circle. It is recorded also, big circle under the sun. And everybody asked Bhagavan, what is that? We see a circle around the sun and what's happening? And Bhagavan said, it is a drome which is there and it is Kalavera protecting me and all of us. And that was visibly seen as a circle around the sun. And when he came into 2010, also we saw the same thing when he was delivering the freedom webinar. There was a circle under the sun, a circle made like a rainbow, how you see. We saw that. And Bhagavan says, simply he stops time and manifests what he wants. And many a times we have seen when he comes and sits, he will be so integrated to time because he stops time. And then the time will not move. We'll be like watching our clock, nothing moves, but the time will be like 5 minutes, but actually it is 5 minutes, but we see only 1 minute moving. Many a times we were confused what is exactly happening because we did not understand that dimension. We just lost ourselves for a few minutes and came back. It looks like you simply go into the next dimension. Like Bhagavan says beautifully, the shortest distance is not just 2 points between a line, straight line between 2 points, but now he bends the space to make into a stargate. We just can travel into the next time zone, a vertical time zone, and experiencing parallel universe. The synergy trigger happens. Bhagavan Paramashiva beautifully gives us how the Chidambara, the Nataraja space, how we can experience the highest reality when we connect to Nataraja in the powerful cognition here.
Thoughts are not visualized is sleep or nidra. He is not only talking about the sleep which you experience in the night. You lie down, there's no dream, there's no thought. Early morning you wake up, you know only that sleep. We remember only about that sleep. He is not talking only about that sleep. That is also one kind of sleep you go through. But you go through two other sleeps. The sleep which you experience during waking state. The sleep which you experience during dream state. The sleep which you experience during deep sleep state. 3 sleep: waking sleep, dream sleep, sleep sleep. Waking time also we experience sleep. You can see many times. You would have started the car, driven to office, half an hour drive. When you park your car in the office and get out of the car, only then suddenly you will remember you drove for half an hour. Half an hour you drove. You turned right, left, stopped in a signal, gave a break for a cop. You did so many things. You did so many things. But you don't remember, means sleeping during daytime. It's not only, see, I'm not talking about the people who have disorders, who sleepwalkers. I'm saying whole humanity is sleepwalking. Except a man who is awakened, who is enlightened, the whole humanity is sleepwalking. Sometimes my disciples find that people who are living around me, they find that clear difference. They will not be able to cope up with my clarity. They will not be able to cope up with my awareness. I tell them this. They can't grasp. Sometimes I struggle with them. Then suddenly I remember this sutra. Till you are enlightened, no other way. You will have part of your waking state sleeping. You will have part of your waking state sleeping. No other way. Absent-mindedness is one side effect or byproduct of this, what Patanjali calls as nidra. Being absent-minded. Please understand. Not being alive in the state in which you are is what I call sleep. Not being available or not being alive in the state which you are. Otherwise, all problems you face, you have solution. There is no problem which can't be solved. Please understand. I am very clear when I say this. I really mean this. There is no problem which can't be solved. All problems can be completely solved. The only one thing, you need to be available. You need to be available there. All problems are created when you are not available. When you are not available, you mess up the whole thing. It's absent-mindedness. Absent-mindedness, I can say it is very superficial word. Even that can't be the right description. You are there, but you are not there. You are there, but you are not there. Many times you can see, especially when you are watching TV, when you are reading a book, suddenly for a few minutes, gap. Suddenly, few minutes gap. It's as if the past has happened. As if a past has happened. And you, at least with the book, you wake up and you can go back. That is why still no media is able to outdate books. See, no media is able to outdate books. So many medias have come where you need only less effort to learn. Lesser effort than reading a book. TV, so many medias have come. But book, you can't outdate a book because people always, they know in between they will have a rest. They will have pause. If they have paused, they can go back if it is a book. That is why people believe, trust, rely books more than any other source. Absent-mindedness. Suddenly you are absent. You are not there. Suddenly you are not there. See, your body is moving. You are walking. You are talking. You are going. You are doing this. You are doing that. It is showing all the medical symptoms of you being alive. Clinically, you are alive. Medically, you are alive. But you are not there. The reflection of consciousness is not there. Body is a mirror which has ability to reflect the superconscious state. The sun is a superconsciousness. Human body is the only body which is polished and directed towards that sun. The reflection is what we call soul, individual soul. All other bodies, they may be alive, but they are not that sharp. They are not that polished. They are not that sophisticated that it can reflect that pure consciousness, that sun. The reflection of sun itself cannot happen. That is why human body is so highly respected in the Vedic tradition. Even the devas, the angels, demigods, even if they want enlightenment, they have to take a human body. Please understand, you are in a blessed zone because the possibility is there for you. If somebody dies after having human body without becoming enlightened, that is the ultimate stupidity he can do. Sorry for the strong word. I am not saying, Shankara says. Shankara is saying, Manushyatva, Mumukshutva, Mahapurusha Samsaya. Viveka Chudamani. Sorry, I am using too many Sanskrit words. I will translate. Sometimes I always think that I should not use more Sanskrit words. But without the Sanskrit words, that original words, the much juice is lost. Sometimes I feel if I have translated only one dimension, at least if I utter the Sanskrit word, people who knows the Sanskrit, let them understand from other dimensions also. That is actually, if I just speak in English without giving that original words, I may not express all the dimensions expressed by that word. So if I utter the word, at least for the sake of record, next generation who are listening, they may understand in a deeper dimensions, which I did not express verbally. That's the reason I never miss or I never forget to add that original words also. Manushyatva means human body. He's not even saying human body, humanness. There's a big difference. He's not saying Manushya Sarira, Manushyatva, humanness. Mumukshutva, seeking beyond, seeking the truth, seeking the ultimate. Mahapurusha Samsaya means nearness of an enlightened one, nearness of a person who has achieved. After achieving all these three, please understand, all of you have all these three. That is why you are here. The moment, of course, Manushyatva, no doubt, you all, at least I don't have doubt. Mumukshutva, the moment you decided to get into your car and drive in this LA traffic and come and sit here, you have Mumukshutva. You have Mumukshutva. There is no other reason. Why should you come here? You don't come here to see this throne. You don't come here to do anything else. You don't come here to see these or that things. The moment you decide to come here, what is the pull? Pull is, let me go and see what he says today. Yesterday somebody was telling, the moment I wake up early morning, Swamiji, all I think is, why still it's not become 7 o'clock in the evening? I'm just waiting. Sometimes I even change my clock. But what to do? Changing my clock won't work. in this country, they change clocks. First time I was surprised when I said that, when I heard 1 hour move it this side, I said, how can time move? Because in India, we never heard this concept of time moving. And still I have a problem when I travel from zone to zone inside this country. Because in India, from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, same time. From Calcutta to Allahabad, same time. I always feel, how can time move? Anyhow, at least time zone also we can understand. But suddenly 1 hour move this side. Anyhow, it's okay. The moment you decide to drive and come and be here, you have mumukshutva. The moment you wake up in the morning and you are thinking whole day about when it will become 6 o'clock, when it will become 6 o'clock I can go. If you are remembering, be very clear. You have strong mumukshutva. Nothing else is needed. Mahapurusha samsaya. You have the nearness of an enlightened one. Beautifully Shankara says, after all these three, if you waste the time, it's a utter stupidity. Again, the whole thing boils down to this one sutra. If you ask me the question, how can I use? I have all these three, how can I use? Whole thing boils down to this one sutra, be available, don't be in nidra.
Beautiful. Bhagavan Parameshwar explained about how we live just as a dead time and how we can experience time when we start living the higher reality, the quantum space that who we are, the vertical time zone that we can experience when we declare Paramashiva is real. And today we are going to have experience of stopping the time. How Bhagavan said, Krishna simply made the Amavasya happen and he was able to change the time. Same thing, Abhirami Bhattar told it is Paurnami on an Amavasya, that is no moon day. He said it's a full moon day. And simply he surrendered to the Devi, and Devi pulled out her earring and threw and make a whole thing as the Paurnami, the full moon day. All this is not just a myth, but real references. As NASA, if you can go and search, you'll see all this as a referential reality. All this was possible, and many a times we can experience how Bhagavan himself stops time. And Krishna Paramahatma, Parandama had stopped time many times in the Mahabharata, not just Bhagavad Gita. Even when speaking to Bhishma or Karna, he simply stopped the whole thing and he was able to give what he needs to give. And all this is possible. It is even possible for us if we understand when we are in the sleep, in the dream, we are able to see somebody very young who's actually an old person, or somebody who's dead as a person who is not even there, but they appear in the dream. And we see ourselves in a different age group, even younger than our child writing an exam. How is that possible? There is no time relation in the dream. That's why Bhagavan says a different sleep and dream sleep and waking sleep. This is all we are. Because we are sleeping now, even the dream is so drowsy and it's not clear. The more alive we live in the awareness, the more even the sleep will be so profound, the dream will be even more real than what we are perceiving. All this we have experienced. Now today we are going to experience how to stop a time. So if you have a recorder, you can record. Like you have seen, anybody has seen the Contact movie, you can understand it is only few seconds of a drop of that whole person, but actually they have recorded 8 hours. The whole movie is about how they went beyond time. She actually goes to a different Stargate and sees somebody and comes back, and that whole thing has recorded for 8 hours, but they recorded that she had just a fall from the video that they saw. And this was possible. A time travel is possible again and again, that humanity has experienced many times in many of the great that we know from all the avatars. Now we are going to experience that in our reality. You can keep the clock, you can keep either two clocks and measure it, or keep one clock or watch and keep that recorded. See how you can just stop time, but the recording is much more than the time moves in the clock. When you can record that, you can share that with others at the end of the session. Even a small change that you see, even for few seconds, you can record that and you can see how you are playing with the time. And how does it happen? Time is a matter, Bhagavan says. It is just a matter. How length is a matter, time is also a matter. And you are consciousness, which is much more powerful than the time. And time is nothing but the length, breadth, depth. If you understand how it works, just by copying the past and putting it in the future, and life becomes predetermined. Bhagavan says, so beautiful, we can change that and right now hold Paramashiva as our reality. How do we do that? Sit as Paramashiva as 25 heads and 75 eyes and 50 hands. Clearly define yourself. I am Paramashiva, Para, Shakti, or any Ishta Devata that you experience as your oneness space, and hold that beautiful space. Bhagavan says even the outer world music could put you into that time zone. Same way you experience oneness with Paramashiva, you get into the ultimate time zone, which is vertical time zone, which is Nirvikalpa Samadhi, completely beyond the idea of time. No, how I have so much of fear, how do I get beyond that time? What happens to my past, present, future? The past, present, future does not exist when you're in the deep sleep. Where is past, where is future, where is anything? We just know that we had a nice experience after we get up. In the deep sleep, we have nothing, no time, zero thoughts. We are existing. So we know how to get into that unconsciously or powerlessly. Now consciously we are going to enter the same thing and we are going to experience the oneness into the vertical time zone. All of us collectively, collective consciousness, simply conscious centric, we can experience that reality. Now all we need to do is unclutch from whatever thought current we have. Anything that we have, just drop everything at Bhagavan's lotus feet. Even the identity that who you are, what you are, and everything, how you go into the deep sleep. Same way, complete completion with everything that you know as you. Hold only listening of Paramashiva into your third eye, the words of Paramashiva, the darshan of Paramashiva, and all the gorgeous space that we experience with Paramashiva and blessings of Paramashiva. Whatever you remember from the satsang, hold that in your third eye. Keep that alive, continuously listening to that. And chant the Mahavakya, entangling with Bhagavan in the deep oneness space. The more and more you are able to see Paramashiva in your inner space, you are breaking the time. When you become, your mind becomes empty and your heart is vibrating with in gratitude and love with Paramashiva, you are breaking the time zone and you are entering to the new time zone, because you become auspiciousness and simply Bhagavan can manifest all the greater reality, all your desire into reality. Let's start chanting few minutes intensely from your navel center, vibrating, the whole being vibrating. Mahavakya raises your frequency. Bhagavan says power manifestation is nothing but raising your frequency, becoming subtler and subtler and subtler, understanding how quantum works and getting into the space of oneness. You are frequency, your energy, your consciousness. You are not just a matter. So beyond the time, which is a matter, we can experience consciousness as our very own self. And that is by chanting the Mahavakya with a deep surrender at Bhagavan's lotus feet, in deep gratitude and oneness. And the key of power manifestation is listening. Listening to your chanting that raises and gives you a no thought and gives you the Nirvikalpa Samadhi experience, where the manifestation of power simply happens to you as reality. Let's start chanting the Mahavakya to manifest the power of controlling any event or happening, controlling the time.
Nityananda Paramashivam Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. 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 ॐ नित्यानन्दं परमशिवोऽहम् 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
Beautiful. Whatever you experienced of time, just see and take the screenshot of the details so you can enrich in cars at the end of the session. We'll have one more cycle, and beautifully I can share you how these Balasans used to play with all these greater truth in Kailash Courtyard. They used to simply manifest these great realities just by the power of Guru Pramana, that means initiation. Just by Bhagavan saying it, they know that is reality. When Krishna told Arjuna to look at for up and see a blue crow, simply Arjuna saw the blue crow. He is living as Narayana. That is why he never failed even one war. He was always in success. That is the only reason. There is no other reason. He has all the incompletions that all of us have. All the lust pattern, anger pattern. He even fights with Shiva and have the lust of getting married to Krishna's sister. All the patterns, but still he was successful. And even though he's so confused, if we read Bhagavad Gita, we know that he's so confused. But how did he have success always is only Guru Pramana. What is Guru Pramana? When you just understand whatever Guru says, it is your reality. Like you have a father who has $1 trillion and he says everything mine is yours. Who else can experience all this? I am getting everything for you. And you just know it is yours. That is what Bhagavan said. The kids who manifested first all the powers were feeling that, hey, Bhagavan, whatever he says is my power. His power is my power. When they had the authority over the Paramashiva space, they could manifest any reality. And in quantum space, you can manifest anything. That is why you see Hanuman flying through oceans or stopping time and getting the mountain from Himalayas all the way for Lakshmana to be cured, and Chiranjeevi Hill that he bought and he placed in the South India. He just took the time and stopped it, took the sun and put it under the armpit. That means he stopped time. How all this is possible? It is only thing is when Rama says it has to be real. He has no second word for it. If Paramashiva says you are Paramashiva, you can manifest and stop time the way you want it. Simply it obeys to you. Time is a matter and it obeys. How you have different things in your house and just listens, like you have a tape recorder or you have a television, you change the channel, it just listens to you. Same way time is a matter which just listens to you, and you can go beyond the time when you declare that my Guru has said I am Paramashiva, I am ultimate and I can experience vertical time zone. He said when I surrender in the oneness with Paramashiva, and I know that is reality because I am Brahmanya Bahuputratam. I am the favorite inheritant of cosmos. Because of that only, out of 8.54 million species and 8 billion people, I'm sitting here right now and experiencing the beyond the time as my reality. And be very clear, you are the chosen one. Without you being chosen, you won't be in this session nor hearing these words. If you're here, you're hearing these words. Bhagavan says, do Anga Pradakshina to yourself, because it is Bhagavan's blessing that we are here to experience these great truths as our reality, to receive the prasada. And after the initiation, when we receive the prasada, it becomes such a wonderful space. When you go to the temple, you have the darshan, initiation, and you receive the prasada. So be very clear, you are the blessed one, you are the powerful space. Just hold that I am Paramashiva. I am not going to copy anything else into my inner space. My disk is full. So I'm going to empty everything and hold only Paramashiva. Let's see what happens in my life. Will Paramashiva get me water? Get me the all the finance thing? Get me the basic food? Yes, he can. If he can make your blood in food into blood, or air into oxygen, and take care of your whole body, which is so complicated, 24/7, 365 days, he can make anything as your reality. So hold that powerful space, and we'll have one more cycle for few more minutes. Put away your gadgets. You can record with your gadgets and stop at time and take a picture of what you started and see how many minutes has passed since you experienced the Nirvikalpa Samadhi. You are quantum. You are not just the matter. You are the quantum energy, which is unlimited energy. Bhagavan has spoken that endless energy who you are. If you understand that, all this time concept will just dissolve, because you are Paramashiva. You are not just the matter and materialistic person. You're not just human. You are the God and goddesses here experiencing the oneness with Paramashiva, reflecting Paramashiva as your reality. So let's start chanting the Mahavakya intensely, holding the space. Paramashiva is real, consciousness is real. With a deep listening, when we chant, we go into the Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Simply time stops, or whatever you want, your desires gets fulfilled, Bhagavan beautifully says. So let's start chanting for a few minutes to experience the control over time.
Nityananda Paramashivam. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Jnananda Paramashivam. 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 Om Jnananda Paramashivam.
Beautiful. Such a beautiful space of webinar, initiation, darshan, and all the experience that Bhagavan is showering on each one of us. He's taking all his time just to shower for nothing in return. All that we can return is say a thank you to Bhagavan. And that is what we are doing through all the social media sharing. Whatever powerful cognition you understood, why should I do enriching and causing? Bhagavan beautifully says, when you enrich and cause, you're not causing something else, we are causing your own reality. How, when you cause, it becomes your reality? Because all that exists is our reflection, our own consciousness manifesting in our perception as our reflection. Bhagavan says, if your kid is not listening to align to Paramashiva, somewhere in you there is a doubt. That is the reason. And that gets completed when you start sharing very confidently Paramashiva is real. When you were a child, you would have prayed to a God and said, my exam, I should get marks. And slowly, even without studying, you'll go pray and it'll still work and still you'll get the marks. Many a times you'll be shocked and you'll tell your friends, go and pray to this God. Simply it happens. That is exactly enriching and causing. You are celebrating Paramashiva's space. It becomes more and more vibrant and real. As a child, you were so excited to share that experience. Now, as an adult, if you get excited, you are establishing, getting grounded as Paramashiva. That is why enriching and causing is like the fire when you're cooking. Without the fire, whatever you cook, can you eat that? Unless it's just a salad. And if you want a real food, a menu, then you need some fires. That is what is enriching and causing. The real happening happens in enriching and causing. Bhagavan says, integrity, authenticity, responsibility is your responsibility to raise yourself. But enriching and causing, I myself will manifest through each one of you. Extreme manifestation is extreme causing, and extreme causing is extreme manifestation. So, remembering that if you want to manifest huge things in your life, make sure you tell the world you are Paramashiva and see that simply learned response to recognize you as Paramashiva. And share your experience. It can be as little as your experience of being in blissed out state and lost time, or it can be, which is phenomenal, it's just not less, but or you have really stopped the time you saw it in physical reality, that you have recorded or taken picture, or you can put it in words and share the detail of your great excitement that you are just more than time. You can stop time now and you can make that as reality in your life. And also, if you see the $sign at the end of the YouTube chat, please go ahead and contribute. Why should I contribute? Contribute more and more to experience Kailasha in your inner space. When you go and buy some product, which is a brand product that you like, or the dishes that you like, you want to get the beverages that you want to get, you vote for that brand. Now, when you're offering to at Bhagwan's lotus feet, every time any offering becomes your inner space reality. There is nothing out there. It is inside you, your inner space. And what it translates is building a Kailasha inside you. So that is why it is so auspicious. Whoever contributed today, thank you so much. And let's thank Bhagwan for all that he has been showering on us as powerful cognition and power manifestation. Let's surrender to his lotus feet. Thank Bhagwan in deep gratitude, and thanking all of you in all the social media for manifesting the powers of Paramashiva, staying back so long and manifesting and receiving the prasada of Paramashiva. Thank you for collective integrity, simple obedience of Guru. Manifesting the Kailash courtyard, manifesting powers every single day as the Jnanapada. Such a beautiful space. Let's hold Paramashiva is real in my thought, word, and action, and my powerful cognition, seeing everything, everyone as Paramashiva as reality. Holding this powerful cognition, ending the session with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamudashyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavate Sri Nityananda Paramashivam Padukarpanamastu. Om Nityanandam. Thank you so much. And after the next darshan or satsang, we'll have the next Kailash Courtyard. See you then. Thank you, Nityanandam.